Hey guys, Nabil here from Lowrance. We're out again off the Gold Coast and we've had a really good morning chasing snapper, a couple of good fish and actually a mackerel as well, so we've had a good time out here. I just thought I'd show you one of the tricks I suppose we use while we're fishing out here, just to make sure we're getting the most out of our time on the water. And what I wanted to talk to you about was how I can control my electric motor at the front of the boat from the sounder. So I've got a Motorguide Xi5 at the front of the boat, and that's connected to what's called a pinpoint gateway, which connects your Lowrance to the motor. And once I've set that up, it's pretty easy. What I'm going to show you is how I can control it. So on any screen, you'll have this bar on the left. I'm going to hit trolling. And once I'm into that mode, I've got a few different options. And what we're doing today is, because we're drifting, we've got a westerly breeze, so we've been drifting more so with the wind. There's not much current. And what I've been trying to do is slow our drift down so that we can stay on top of our lures and keep it on top of the reef as much as possible. And so what I do is, I've been going heading lock, which allows me to keep the boat positioned in a specific direction. And then what I've got here are some other options where I can actually control the speed of the drift. So once I've got my heading lock selected, the electric motor is going to constantly change our direction to keep us facing that way, and then I can control the speed by going plus or minus to slow the drift down or to get it to that desired speed. So what that allows us to do is we can drift exactly at the speed we want to, and we can make sure that our lures are constantly staying under us the whole time. Sometimes when you don't have that set up, you'll cast, and by the time you drift to where your lure is, it might have hit the bottom, but only for a short while, and then you've got to wind it back up again. Allowing us to slow the drift down means that we can literally drift with the lure, and we can stay vertical the whole time, and that whole drift where we've actually got a lure on the bottom, as opposed to only fishing a short section of it and then drifting off the mark. And that makes a big difference when it comes to fishing for snapper, because the whole thing here is there's reef patches, and then there's a lot of sand. We're offshore, so the structure is isolated. So we really want to make sure that when we find structure, we keep our lure as close to it as possible for as long as possible.